Okay, so who's next? Cancer. Cancer. Okay, Cancer. So this is Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Okay, if you would like a reading, the personal readings are open, and you can find a link to my email in the description. And any songs that come in, if you're a new subscriber, if I get songs, they all come in at the last minute and I add them too. Okay, there's other things that you can follow me on in the description. But let's see, for the last half of December, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Okay, so feeling stuck and trapped. Well, from rock and a hard place, really. Stuck between past actions of people. So this can be feelings and emotions. These are doorways that are not being closed from the past, because you have an opening. You have an opening between everything. They're not in full alignment in the past. So you have doorways open still from the past of probably people coming back and in and out and in and out. Okay, with past actions, thinking about the past, reaction. Every action has a reaction and a response time. These are all time. They mean time as well. These ones, or anything in tarot means time. Okay, but they're all past actions of time. So, but there's doorways still opening from the past, little gaps of avoidance. Okay, you can't avoid things from the past. You have to tackle it head on in order to come out of this kind of energy. You're standing strong in your conviction, but you're also standing strong with someone that is kind of next to you, probably like a guide, but you're both, I mean, it's avoidance. You're avoiding things. It can't be avoidance, because these two wands in the front are kind of future actions that need to be taken in order to walk forward and guide together on a path. You know, because you can't, like, when you close a door to every door in the past, there has to be, you can't walk through a hallway of mirrors, of doors. You have to have a path, a destined path in order to walk, all right? Now, if you're looking into it for a relationship starts off of where you walk a path together, okay? It's real and it's honest, and it's like no past actions, no, that's all forgot, okay? Drop it, everything's dropped, okay? And then you walk together through trust, because this is also trust, because these wands are fixed, okay? So it's like firm convictions are fixed, and then you walk a path together and you create a partnership together and you walk forward, okay? But you can't avoid things where there's a gap, or there's more of a gap between this one. So something to do with Aries, maybe. There's no real gaps here. This one's just kind of like waiting for action. This one is kind of still has an avoidance of something that they're avoiding, a bit like the elephant in the room. You know, if there's an elephant in the room, you have to, it's you know, it's karma, it's karmic law, it's wands, okay? This is something that cannot be avoided, and you have to face the facts, like this guy, face the facts and look forward in the direction of what it's telling you to do. You can't avoid an elephant in a room. That is part of the karma. It means that it's heavy. So to drop a burden, you have to literally stand up for yourself with action, use action to stand up for yourself and move in a new direction, to look forward like this guy, to walk forward together, okay? Because that's like stuck between a rock and a hard place, really, you know. But let's have a look. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. What else can you tell me? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Show me. Cancer for the rest of December. Sun, Moon, Rising. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. So something to do with a commitment. Could be to do with a Taurus. Okay. Could be to do with a Taurus, but this is traditional values. So this is, yeah. So, well, you've got two fives. King of Wands. They're kind of speaking. It's speaking. Well, the cards are. So you've got 10, which is what it's saying. It needs completion. It needs wrapping up. It needs wrapping up. This guy looks cold, needs wrapping up. The past needs wrapping up. You know, because Taurian energy is fixed, right? So it can talk about law, it can talk about if it talks about career, it's someone that works within the government field or has worked within the government field, okay? If it's to do with the relationships, or, well, that's not a relationship. Sorry, Cancer, but that is saying that that is karma, because it's karmic law too, okay? So it's the book of justice as well, and it's a calling, so it's because it's a CEO, corporation, or anything like that, anything to do with that kind of conviction, okay? So what it's saying is that there needs karmic justice and balance, and that in order to probably find a marriage, you need to turn around on the Two of Cups. That is like the two of his soulmate or something, because you've got someone from the past that's drowning in their own fucking sorrow, and you're concentrated more on the feelings that that's creating of bloodline, okay, because there's blood on the wire. So that talks about family. Well, that's not family. Like a marriage or a relationship, okay, or well, it doesn't matter, because what it's saying is that you're concentrated more on the past of blood that's been spilt, which is like war, right? War is what we were saying through that. But it's saying that it's karma. It's saying that things need wrapping up in order to bring yourself out the cold. It means that you have to forget the past. People that drown in their own sorrows from the past. You can't save people in life. You're not Superman or fucking Batman or a fictional character. It's fiction. So it means karma. It means illusion. It means that in order to create a stable, like for the future, to create something stable like a marriage or an actual relationship or partnership or marriage, in order to create that, you have to forget the past. So you have to drop the wands of action and the fucking reaction and the response time, sets of 3. You have to forget that, but it needs, so you probably have to go to court, or you have to look into, delete, cancel, delete. People that make you feel that bad, like that, let them drown, because that's not helping. They're kind of crying for help, saying, help, help. And you're saying, well, I fucking can't, you know, because because people think, well, they're blood, right? Well, they're blood. It doesn't fucking matter who people are. If people are completely draining, and I have this kind of situation also in my life, you know, people are family and have spent years and years and years completely and utterly not helping themselves, but drowning in everything, then they're toxic, and it pulls you down for the rest of for your whole life. So you have to think, well, what's for my highest good? I need to turn around and concentrate on a bright future, which is the Two of Cups, which is a reflection of purity, because it's guidance. It's also divinely guided, meaning that this is supposed to happen this way until you realise self-worth, self-love and value and respect for yourself, to bring yourself out the cold in order to turn around and create a brighter future with passion, leadership, guidance, taking that 1-1 there, okay, and moving forward in a passionate direction, okay. Could be with you could either have Sagittarius, Aries, Leo in your chart, or someone that holds that kind of quality of leadership and entrepreneurship, okay. But I'm trying to go more on to this, because this person is someone from the past that's drowning, right? And that's the past actions. So the past actions are the past, and that's that guy or girl that's drowning, okay, in sorrow. And because it was blood, meaning that you could have had children, or because that talks about children, because you may have had children, or you may have been in a partnership, situationship, right? Situationship. It's a calling, because that's also a calling, and that can be a calling too, and that's a call to action. So it's saying that there needs to be action in the right direction, where you can't save this person that's drowning. In order to truly teach them a lesson, you have to not be in their life at all, because what you're doing is not helping. That's not helping. That is not helping, because you're not helping them, because you're concentrated on loss of something, right? Whether it's to do with anything in life. The loss of something, This person is crying for help for you to save them, right? But in order to truly save them, you need to let them drown, because that will teach them a valuable lesson of independence. Independence. Taurian energy talks about independence. Because it's also the, what do they call that? The Declaration of Independence. This is a lesson about independence. Independency. You have to be independent as an independent person, because you can have karmic attachments of people that drain your energy and make you feel like that, completely draining, that you're drowning, that you can't breathe, you can't think, okay, because it's drowning, it's pulling you down. Like that person is drowning, they're pulling themselves down, it's pulling you down. It's a reflection of the same thing as a cycle of 5 and 5, 2. 5 and 5 is 10, but it's an ending. So it means that the advice is that there needs to be ending with an action. And trust me, people think, well, because they're family or because I have children, the best thing to do is to just stick with that, because it's easier than the strength and the actions that it takes in order for me to break free from it. Tigers break free. That song seems to be coming out all over the place. So when the tigers break free, or have something to do with, is it called the Post-War Dream from Pink Floyd that I've been posting? But let's see. You know, believe you me, I've been through this with my family too. You know, and it doesn't matter who they are. If they're draining, you have to cut them out completely, because that helps more than a little. Because they start to realise, well, I've not got you to rely on anymore. I've not got you to rely on anymore. So I really have to start to rely on myself. If they keep drowning and drowning and drowning and drowning, then they're going backwards, and that's the way they're destined for them to do, because they're at a very low vibration, which can be narcissistic. Narcissistic can also mean out of control of themselves, of a low vibration. Okay, if you're connected to someone of a low vibration, they pull you back and downwards with them, and that's through timeline after time after time, through this time, last time, and next times too, until you break free. Okay, so you have to realise that the best help to do is to let them drown, and then they'll have to go their own way. Separation and avoidance. Separation and avoidance. Strength. Independence. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Could have Cancer in their chart. Or you could have Cancer in your chart and you're feeling defensive. You want to move forward, because this is a spiritual card. Okay. It means divine guidance. It means the dark and light version of themselves. Okay, it's very spiritual. It's a guide. It's like Father Christmas. Father Christmas brings in a gift of yourself, of reality. It presents your true self as your true self, but it's also a guide. You know, in order to open a gift of your reward through hard work and effort. Okay, in order to do that, it means that you need an awakening. You need a sharp kick up the arse, and you need guidance. Okay. Guidance, that is also guidance. So you're probably leaning on someone for guidance. Okay. But that is also, you might be interested in a car. You might be wanting to buy a car. Someone could be relying on you for a car. But that also talks about the soulmate energy, because of the dark and light, which is also held within Pisces, which is the fish, the dark side and the light side of the moon too. Okay, but that's Cancer. So you could have Cancer in your chart somewhere. Okay. What else have we got? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. But it means that there needs to be action, you know, in order to gain control, because this chariot can be out of control. It can be going left and right and forward and backwards. Okay, and taking, which would you relate that to Google Maps of your mind? Creation of your mind goes left and right, forwards and backwards because of this energy. So that can either be gaining control back and seeking wisdom in order to bring in clarity and peace of mind, or it can mean that if this isn't dropped, that continues to go out of control, and then accidents can happen. You know, it's mirroring too, because this is like the Two of Cups that's behind. It's a creation of a mirror reflection. You don't know who's who. But it means independence. It means that when you become independent, you will know who you are, and you will know who you are separately. So we've got We've got the Hangman, which is Pisces, and then we've got the Fool, which is sometimes classed as Pisces 2. Or as well, sorry, not 2, as in 2, as in as well. But it's a new beginning and a fresh start. So it means as so. Right, so you've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces there. You've got Cancer and Taurian energy, Taurus, Pisces. Anything else that you can say, and then I'll go on with the story. Anything else? Okay. Well, so this is a few spins on this. So with this bad situation, it can mean that it's to do with a Pisces, right? A Pisces, and they've been very needy of you, and you've been giving to them. Okay, you've been giving to them and feeding them. That's created this also within a water sign. Okay, and they've been draining you, but remaining stuck and can't move forward because you're being feeding the energy. Okay, then wow, or you're seeking guidance and caring and nurturing from a Pisces as a reflection of itself, both. So because this is guidance, so you could be wanting attention from a Pisces, or you are, because that's purity. I didn't realise that, but she's got like water that she's feeding a Pisces to bring in emotion, back into life, because this is a fool's journey. So once the past, if this is dropped, it turns around, okay, then you take a new fool's journey and you turn around and you decide, okay, fuck it, I'm out, you know, I'm taking a new fool's journey, okay. And then the fool starts to head towards a passionate, entrepreneurship, passionate, but fiery passionate beginning as a union, okay, which is people who are interested in the twin flame thing or the soulmate thing or happy home life. It creates stability, and then it creates wish fulfillment. This is like fucking hard work done, complete hard work done, because this means that I'm now bare, and that I have to. It means that in order to show you up as your true self, okay, when you start to realise your true self of who you are and who they are and who everybody is, okay, then you start to know who you truly are and who truly someone else is too, okay. That means that you've detoxified a whole detoxifying situation, and you now then find wish fulfillment, which is the Four of Wands. Could be an Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, or the same fiery kind of energy, but they're not Pacific star signs apart from Aquarius. Okay. And you want to make a probable stable offer to someone, or someone that can offer something stable to children, or you have children, or they have children, or something that's stable and committed to children that can create a happy home life, and the energy of the star, which is wish fulfillment. If you want children, or you want that kind of stability in your life, it means, as a reflection, that once the karma is resolved and you've realised and you've come round as a mirror reflection of everything, then you get these two energies. Okay? Pretty much. Can I see anything else? So let's just, there's not a lot that needs clarifying, because there's not a lot, there's not a lot that needs clarifying, because the story's been told with the Hierophant. That is a major arcana. That's major. That's unavoidable. That's that you cannot avoid that because it's major arcana, meaning that it's destined and fated for that to happen in your life, and that until it does, it can go on for years because Turin energy is fixed. So it means that it's probably gone on for years, and it will go on for years if that lesson there has not been learned and you don't learn it. If you have, or you do, you have a bright future. Let's have a look at the Chariot. I'm saying to use this deck. Chariot. Can you clarify the Chariot? Chariots, please. Chariot. I think this is going to be one of my quickest readings, Cancer. Chariot. They're pretty much telling me that I've just said it all. Chariot. Yeah, victory. And Cupid's arrow. so take the bad spin for the story that I said, okay? But the Chariot seems to be taking momentum. That's momentum. That's victory. That's kind of wanting the attention of someone that's victorious. But the other person is also looking at the other person, so they're both looking and watching at each other being victorious through the whole thing, basically. But wanting victory and moving forward very fire and very passionately together. Could be around Christmas time or wanting Christmas time, or you're just with family over Christmas, okay? But that's victorious. That means that this energy is bad here, and then this energy here is gaining momentum of communication. So it means that this has been put together by the divine source. It's like one goes out and then one comes in. It means that when the old goes out, the new comes in. Okay, but this also means that it's been connected karmically through Cupid's arrow or through divine source or divine timing, a bit like the Five of Cups too. It's been put together for this as a period of growth and learning to learn independence, because this is universal energy. It means independence. It means control. It means that controlling behaviour or controlling people, that when they're controlling, they cause a block. Okay, literally in you, a block in your mind and a block in your heart and a block in your future and a block from your past. Okay, it means that once blockages have been realised and it's been dropped, literally, that you can't save someone and that they have to save themselves. Literally, all told throughout whoever anybody is, whether they're your mother, father, brother, sister, goldfish, dogfish, or anything. Okay? Doesn't matter. They are called soul group hard lessons of blood. Doesn't matter. Blood is blood. Okay? So what it's saying is that it's been that once the past has been forgot, you then have a clear, open mind that you can then communicate with yourself to realise who you literally are. You can start to communicate with family members in the right way, in the right direction, with other people in the right direction. You have awakenings, the universal energy of one. Things become much more clearer, and then you find true love, because that's Cupid's arrow. Okay, and then you find victory. So once you get out your head and you resolve that in which way loose, okay, you'll have a bright future headed in this direction. So that is one of the best readings I think I've had for Cancer, or for anyone. I think that's the best reading that we've had so far. Okay, so I'll leave it there. So everything is in the description. Okay, guys, if you want a free reading, wow, I wish. If you would like a reading, they're not very expensive. I'll try and keep it cheap if possible. Please just send me an email relating to your personal story. Okay, and if I don't see you before Christmas, but please keep an eye on the bell, because I do music, and I put music also in the descriptions through the through the community chat line. Music that comes in, I normally post things, okay, but I think you need to have the bell icon. But if you do, then I do also a daily reading update with a bowl of soup, and we have fun with Michael Fish, okay. So keep an update with those, and I'll keep an update on the energy that comes around. But we'll have a bit of a laugh and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys? All right, peace, cheers, bye.